Alright, it's been a while since I've done an intro video for one of these Iceberg series, and let alone me actually voicing it rather than just having text on screen. Anyway, I'm doing this for this Iceberg because it's a special case where layer 1, the tip, is one of the longer layers, and I didn't want to waste time and flip-flop with the mood between having this big long intro explaining everything and blah 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 than the rest of it. So I'm making a separate video as the intro to kind of prepare and get the mood ready for this Iceberg series that is starting after this. And this Iceberg, of course, is going to be about Pokemon X and Y, and specifically all of the weird oddities and mysteries left over on it, so there's not going to be any general trivia that fits outside of that. And I think the best way to introduce this is with the long transcript that I wrote alongside it when I first posted this Iceberg. Pokemon XY, for better or for worse, ended up becoming unintentionally really interesting games due to their hype, history, and then coming out blatantly unfinished. Albeit not like Gens 8 and 9 unfinished. More like there's just huge scrapped ideas right there and open your face, not that it's like a buggy mess. When these games were being anticipated before release, it seemed revolutionary being the first mainline 3D games, the first to have a worldwide release on the same day, riding off of what the DS games left, which were really big, huge deals and considered peaks of the franchise. Having all kinds of throwbacks and reignitions to old things in the series and big huge inclusions, a new type, a new Eevee, mega evolutions, a bunch of Kanto references, kind of the start of that, people thinking Mewtwo Y was Mew 3, etc. The hype and expectations were wild, but it was the same breakthroughs that led the game to being quickly finished to a baseline acceptance of good and fully done to meet the release date. You know, they got the national decks in there and stuff at least. This led everyone to constantly speculate and talk about all these strange things in the game that go nowhere, with the natural acceptance at the time being, oh, this will be developed in C, or there'll be in Fent that'll happen later. Which of course never happened, causing XY to be the most randomly screwed over games. While XY aren't by any means my favorites, and I see as the unfortunate first sign of things to come later on for the franchise, they do have somewhat of a special place in me, but it's these aspects that really fascinate me. I've considered making an Iceberg on this for a while, but the announcements of Legends AC finally got me to do it. And now that those are closer to coming out, I'm finally doing an Iceberg series. And this will throw back to all those mysteries and the hype and speculation and the memes that were going on at the time. So, I introduced you to the Pokemon X and Y Mysteries and Oddities Iceberg explained.